What's up guys, Guillaume here and welcome back to Pro Cycling 2021 for episode number 5 of the Intermarché career mode. Before we start, as you can see I'm now smaller, I've listened to the comments. Apparently my webcam was too big. I did see that whilst editing episode 4 because I'm pretty sure I've blocked half the screen during some sprints, so I do apologize on that. But yeah, I'm now smaller again. I'm just complex by my height, innit? But no, today's episode, we're going to have Milan-San Remo, Tour de Catalunya, De Panne, E3, Gorvevelgem, and potentially Nokere, Denain, Breda, Loire-Atlantique, and Cholet in the background. Could be nice. But hopefully we can win a monument, and by monument I do mean Milano-San Remo. It's probably like the only monument I have a real shot at winning this year. Well. It is time for La Primavera. +1 for Beniam. 0 for Quinten Ammons. They were low-key my two favorite for the team. But there's a plus. Oh my god! Okay. 78 in both sprint and hills for Andrea Pasqualon. Unbelievable secondaries with 85 stamina, 85 resistance. I believe our leader shall be Italian today, because we do have a +2 on Christophe. We'll give him that. 79 sprint, 71 hills. We'll see how that goes for the former European champion. But Pasqualon is probably going to be our leader. And there's been a crash. I was getting water with Dimitri Kleiss. Sadly, he crashed, involving as well Mats Verschmidt, Jimmy Cabot, and Yevgeny Fedorov. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back. The breakaways have been a co-op. We've gone through the Turcino, we've gone through the Capo Berta, Capo Mele. There's another one. But we're now in La Cipressa. Quite badly positioned, if you ask me. And I mean, yeah, we just lost a lot of positions in this downhill portion right there. Don't exactly know why, but the peloton just went kind of crazy. But it's fine, Pasqualon will hold on easily at the front of the group, or front-ish, whereas there's an attack by Ben Tollett and Michal Kwiatkowski. For now, we're safe and sound with 24k to go. Andrea Pasqualon has never been closer to a Milano-San Remo win. Interesting scenario, as Anthony Turgis has attacked now. Why? Anthony, why? Like, why do you gain from this? Bettiol and Michal Kwiatkowski trying to follow. Ultimately, that will lead to nothing, because that's what happens when you attack at this point. But yeah, we're in a good position. I was going to say that, interestingly enough, we're managing to be at the front of the peloton. Usually I'm struggling to be at this position. With 10k to go, there's always like a huge rhythm, huge rider attackings. This time, not so much. We'll use the gel on Taco and Tom de Vrient to increase the rhythm. Make sure that Beniam Girmay and Alexander Christophe are ready to take the relay when needed. I've panicked quite a lot, actually. No, okay, it's fine. It's fine. We should have been able to recover. Van der Horn, Tom de Vrient have done a stellar job today in this race, innit? And it's now time to unleash the beasts. The sprint will soon be underway. There's a huge rhythm up front by Kwiatkowski again. Alright. Where's Christophe? We'll have him in the wheel of Pasqualon so far. Let's use the gels. I'm going to pause this for a second, take the wheel of Quinten Ammons. Quinten Ammons is going to lead out Andrea Pasqualon. Is that Andreas Krohn? It is Andreas Krohn. Interesting. Interesting to see Andreas Krohn basically in the breakaway so far. But why not? Why not? Quinten Ammons is going to try and carry on. Very strong rhythm. Andreas Krohn is on his own. Andreas Krohn has left. He just has. Quinten... Oh, actually, Christophe, take the wheel of... Where's Caleb Ewan? Oh, Caleb is a bit far, you know. Caleb is a bit far. Christophe's going to take the wheel of Thomas Pidcock. There goes Quinten Ammons. There goes Pasqualon. There goes Christophe. Pasqualon. P2. Pasqualon or P2. We're going to pause this, but I think I've just lost this to Thomas Pidcock. Actually, I have no clue. Haha. Haha. I don't know. I think that's Pidcock, right? Fuck! P2 wins ahead of Pasqualon and Christophe. I mean, it probably could not have been closer to this. I've played badly, if I'm honest. Mistake I made, I waited too much to start Pasqualon. Should have launched way earlier. I didn't. Result is evident. We take an L. Fuck. That was our best chance at winning a monument this year. Yeah. 22-year-old Thomas Pidcock has lost the Amstel for a centimeter. I guess he's won Milan-San Remo for like a millimeter now. We've been to Oman, we've been to France, we've been to Italy, we've been to Australia, but we were yet to come to Spain in the World Tour where there is now things done. As we start La Volta Ciclista a Catalunya, you can see the lineup on the screen right now, or maybe you've just seen it, but should be an interesting couple of days here in Catalunya. Our leader is going to be probably Pozzovivo. If things go badly, or like really badly, maybe Lorenzo Rota, but yeah, I'm going to count on Domenico. We're approaching the first finish in this Volta a Catalunya in the streets of Calais. There's an attack here by Jan Polans. It's a Slovenian from UAE. Thankfully, it's not the good one. At least not the one that always wins. Zimmerman is going to increase his rhythm to 99. Is this one the left-hander? Is this one the straight line? That's the left-hander. Alright, there goes Taco van der Horn. Lorenzo Rota in the wheel. Andrea Pasqualone. Domenico Pozzovivo has exploded as per usual. Rota's holding on, but Pasqualone jumps in for the line. It's a 1-2 for Intermarché, Wanty Gobert today. Pasqualone, Lorenzo Rota in P3 for Bala Valverde. I haven't bothered showing the time trial because it was just shockingly bad. But yeah, it's 1 minute down for Zimmerman, our best finisher. Pozzo loses 104 on the winner, and new leader, Geraint Thomas. It's a rainy day in Catalunya as we head for what could be classified as the queen stage of this Volta a Catalunya. Sadly, despite the +3 of both Zimmerman and Intermarché, it's a -1 for our leader Domenico Pozzovivo, so we're gonna go for Rein, who's had quite a successful UAE tour in real life, decent climbs on the slopes of Jebel Jais yesterday. So maybe there's something to do for the Estonian. And we've started the first slopes of Valter 2000. Zimmerman and Domenico have already lost a few positions. Same goes for Lorenz Huss. Rein is still well placed, higher than most of the riders in my team. Hence why he's got less energy than someone like Georg. Although to be fair to him, the German is really holding on quite nicely. I think the secondaries of Zimmerman are really coming in handy here for us. I'm not expecting anything. Had I had a good day with someone like Domenico, I would have probably hoped for a top 10 finish, potentially top 5. But with a -1 on him and only 77 mountain on Rein Intermarché, when you take a look at the start list that's here, I mean, the Pogacar, the Woods, the Ineos, it's definitely going to be a difficult task trying to get a good result here, but we're going to do our best like we do every time. It's quite ridiculous, the rhythm that's currently being put on at the front of this peloton, as we've got an attack here by Tobias Foss, but absolutely shocking to see the sheer pace that was used here. Really struggling to get anything out of Rein Intermarché. I mean, you can see now my rhythm is at 65 because I don't really want to go any higher. There's 4k left to go in the climb, and I just don't have enough energy in the tank to go for like a solo mission. So I think we're gonna try and just stay in this peloton, finish with everyone if possible. If we can get like a top 15, then I think at this point it's mainly bonus and hope for better days tomorrow. And despite the first offensive of Tobias Foss, it is well and truly Tadej Pogacar who will take the win today in Valter 2000 ahead of the Norwegian Foss, unless Geraint Thomas or Nairo Quintana can overtake him. They actually might do. Foss jumps on the pedals, Thomas is going to crack. Tobias Foss, watch out, the gap was 20 seconds between the Norwegian and Geraint. Geraint might have been able to keep his position in as leader of Catalunya. I'm not so sure about that. We will not be in the top 10. I reckon we'll have a solid P12 most likely, unless Gino Meda overtakes us or any one of those riders here. But let's be honest, it's not too bad a performance with Rein Intermarché, even if Daryl Impey has managed to beat me, which kind of pisses me off. Yet another +4, or I mean, yet another good day, I guess, for Rein Intermarché, +4 unlike the +3. Yet again, a 0 for Pozzovivo, unless you had a -1 instead, I don't know. Zimmerman, though, with a worse day. Pasqualone with the +4, not gonna help, but we love it. +4 for Lorenz Huss. Could be a nice asset, although I fancy his chances in the breakaway, so we might as well try to sell him there. We're leading right now with 1 second is Geraint Thomas. We'll see if he can retain his jersey comes the end of this stage today. We started the ascension towards Port Aine. We do have one rider in the lead, that is Ben Hemmans. He's attacked kind of like a renegade rider. That's not the word, it's not renegade. He just tried to attack in it. Because the peloton kind of stopped pacing after the Port de Canto. We'll see what happens from now on. Decent fitness, as I said, on Ryan Taramay. I'm currently P20 of the GC with him. The riders ahead are all quite good. I know Masnada crashed earlier, so he's behind us. Not sure about the likes of Bob Jungels. Currently sitting in P14. The question whether he'll be able to stay in P14 comes the end of the stage. Not that sure, so we'll see what happens. But I reckon we have a decent chance at doing somewhat well. Sadly, my positioning is already quite tragic with 14k to go until the summit. Right, we're gonna miss the cut. We've missed the cut with Ryan. We've missed the cut with Ryan Tarme. We got blocked here. We got blocked by a few riders. Riders that were, just getting dropped from the few groups ahead of us. Simon Carr, P19 of the GC this morning, is dropped. That's good for us, I guess. But we definitely had the legs to stay with the riders such as James Knox, Sergio Semiche. All of these lots are riders I should have been able to hold on with. Tadej Pogačar takes yet another win. Shock, I know. Ahead of Godu, big ups. We're going to finish 2:15 down in around P20-25. It's a +5 for Andrea Pasqualone and Lorenz Hus today. +2 for Intermarché. On normal time, I would have probably sent Pasqualone in the breakaway, but I reckon... I don't think the breakaway wins today. But I reckon Pasqualone has a shot at maybe making the final group here. It'll depend on how the race is being done. We'll send someone in the breakaway to cover it just in case. We may send someone like Pozzo Vivo, for being honest. See how the peloton would react to seeing Domenico Pozzo in the breakaway. I get it, because he wins. I'm doing my best to my similar impression there. But yeah, him and Georg Zimmermann are most likely going to be my two chances for the breakaway. Lorenzo Rota and Laurent Hus will be staying in the peloton with Taramay and Andrea Pasqualone, hoping for a late finish that could see a second win on Spanish-Road for Intermarché Gobert. 4K until the summit of the Porte de Montserrat. Pasqualone and Taramay are dropping positions in the peloton that really increased its rhythm under the impulsion of Pello Bilbao and now Gino Meda. Bahrain victorious, really putting a kick in. But up the road is Domenico Pozzovivo with Georg Zimmermann. They've really done everything they could today to try and get the win in the breakaway. If we're being honest, that's really everything we tried, as we have not a game crash, quite nice. It's just a screen freeze. But I'm unsure we're going to be able to hold on for much longer with Domenico. We'll most likely make the summit. That's basically assured. But whether we can hold on for the win with the little energy we have with Domenico Pozzovivo, I reckon this is just a sad performance. And a day in the breakaway that will lead to nothing for the one-time winner this season in World Tour that was on Tirreno. 20 seconds with 20k to go. I guess good thing for us though, Ryan Taramay and Andrea Pasqualone both made the cut with the main group. There's been an attack. Thibaut Pinot, David Gaudu have attacked. Interesting tactics from FDJ here. Nearly being smart. That's not something I expect to see from PCM. But we've got Lorenz Hus, Ryan Taramay, Andrea Pasqualone trying to go for the win. We'll see what happens. I reckon we have a decent chance at winning with Andrea. But then again, everyone kind of does, because I don't think anyone has energy at this point. More attacks. Lutsenko, Valverde, Impey, Haig, Tadej. Interesting. Very interesting. Something I'm not against. If I'm being honest, seeing someone like Daryl Impey already making a move. As long as them lot don't get any time on us, I reckon we'll be in a nice position to try and go for the win. There goes Ryan Taramay. There goes Andrea Pasqualone. Little downhill portion. We know that Tadej is quick, but Pasqualone is quicker. Can he hold on to the line? He can indeed. It's a win for Andrea Pasqualone ahead of Tadej Pogačar and Bala Valverde. It's our second win in Catalunya. The second for Pasqualone. Gets in there. Yet another +5 for Pasqualone and for Taramay. Could we make it 3 wins for Andrea? Yeah, it could be a nice episode. If only he had won Milan-San Remo as well. Would have been the GOAT of the episode. 5k to go until we reach the finish line in Mataro. We're gonna launch Lorenz Hus immediately, making sure that our riders are in the best possible position. It's been a very long downhill Downhill falls flat, so the energy on our riders is, I wouldn't say ideal, but it's actually quite decent. There goes Pozzovivo. Not sure who's there sprint-wise. I know, obviously, Darolympi has made a few appearances already in this Volta Catalunya. Can Pasqualon hold on to the line, though? It's going to be close with Stan Van Tricht and Freile, but Freile launches too early, or sorry, too late, actually. Pasqualon launches when needed. Third win for the Italian here on Spanish roads. Final day in Spain, +4 for Taco Van der Hoorn, +2 for Pasqualon. Could I be fighting for the points jersey with Andrea, actually? I can, if I get more than 10 points on Tadej Pogačar today. Alright, good. GC-wise, I think we're 15th. Yeah, we're 15th. We'll struggle to get any higher, especially with a simple +1 with Intermarché today. But you never know. Something could happen. This is usually quite an eventful stage. That's not good. Crash for Intermarché and Taco Van der Hoorn. Alright. Please wait for me, Peloton, thank you. Sometimes I hate this game. Lorenzo Rota got a puncture, so Pasqualon waited for him. It's not exactly smart now, is that, Andrea? Also, what's happening in this stage? Why is everyone on a mad one? Why is Andreas Kron this good? Oh, that's a bad puncture for Bilbao. That's a really sad puncture. Fucking hell. 5k to go and Bilbao's lost. Andreas Kron wins ahead of David Gaudu, Pogačar or Bala. We're going to lose the points jersey with Andrea Pasqualon sidely. I think it's probably a top 15 finish for Intermarché, meaning that I cannot physically lose positions in the GC. I mean, to be fair, no, I can. Hopefully I don't. Pasqualon finishes in P16. It's a shame because he was very strong and we could have won today with him. We'll finish in P15 of the Volta Catalunya, second of the point classification. Nowhere to be seen on the rest of the classifications, but with 3 stages, I guess we can call that a successful campaign in Spain. Christophe has been struggling ever since the start of the season, only picking up, I believe, 1 or 2 wins, but not more, and failing to win when it really mattered, especially now that he has a fitness peak. But we'll see if things can change today as we start the Oxyclean Bruges de Pan. Again, fitness peak. He's only got a +1 in sprint, which is quite bad. +2 for Adrien Petit. Gonna guess there's some competition. Yeah, Poel Van Aert, Mats Pedersen will be our main rivals. We'll see what happens. This is classified as a cobble stage. Trying to see what a cobble is, but I can't see it. Yeah. Not really happy with the performances of Christophe this year so far, if I'm honest. Alright, let's begin the sprint then. We've got an attack from Massimo Horridge here. Not exactly sure why. I mean, I guess that there's no real sprinter in Bahrain. I'm gonna guess that's the logical explanation. I've taken a look at the profile and the map, which is something I hadn't done in the previous finishes. Sprint-wise, there's quite a few corners, so it could be interesting to be well positioned in the final kilometers, I guess. But we've got 3k to go, speaking of final kilometers. There goes Baptiste Blancart, leading a sprint. De Vriend's going to stop. Adrien Petit, Christophe, well positioned, but yet again, we're going to start, like, we're just losing position for no reasons. Like, we're getting dropped in corners. That's what's happening. Christophe's going to get blocked, and yet again, Christophe's going to have a stinker of a sprint. Adrien Petit, on the other hand, will secure a top 5. Adrien Petit has been by far my best sprinter so far this year. It doesn't make sense. Like, Christophe's used half his energy, but I've launched with 1.2k to go. I don't understand. Our results so far on classics, especially the Belgian ones, have not been good enough, and I'm quite skeptical on our chances today as we start the E3 Saxo-Bank Classic, formerly known as G3 Harelbeke, or E3 Harelbeke. The sponsor objective today is a top 3. Now, on pure paper, profile-wise, it is doable with someone like Alexander Christophe, but I've really struggled to get anything out of the former European champion in this save, and to say that I'm confident would be a pure and blatant lie. So we'll see what happens. We've got decent stats on Bistrom, but again, the finish is way too flat to try and provide any sort of attacks. I'm quite scared that the peloton and the likes of Van Aert are going to try some things in the Oude Kwarmont. It's around 35, 40-ish kilometers from the line. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, the top 3 is what I'm looking for. The top 3 is what the sponsor is looking for. The top 5 is what I'm most likely going to get, or even not even that. We're going to start the Oude Kwarmont in 1 kilometer. We are very, very badly positioned with Alexander Christophe. But I feel like that's just a very recurrent theme here. nowadays with the Norwegian. He just cannot get position. He just gets blocked every time. Wouldn't exactly be able to tell you why that is, but it just sadly is the case. We've started with the Croismont, which is where the A3 most likely can be played. We'll see if there's any attacks. And we've got Dries de Bont, the former Belgian champion, leading the peloton. Edouard Tensinowil, Brent Van Meer. It appears the peloton for now not doing too much. Good. I'm going to be able to stop Sven-Erik Beström. Don't want to kill him. Just have a slight rhythm. If Christophe could like not get blocked by Brian Kokar and Dries van Gestel, that would be more than appreciated. But it would appear to be that with 35k to go, Sven-Erik Beström and Alexander Christophe are in the leading group of this A3 We're getting quite a lot of attacks here as we approach the Tiegenberg. We're trying to follow Olinazen. Christophe is getting blocked yet again. Again, I mean, this man cannot catch a break. Every time he does something, he gets blocked. Whether it's a sprint or whether it's just replacing himself with 20k to go in A3 38 riders left in this group as Louis Askey is the one leading with around 50 seconds on the peloton. Yet again, the victim of attacks. With this time, it is Florian Vermeersch trying to get a move on. 6k to go, and we're coming back on everyone. There was an attack by a few riders, a few leaders. We did not follow it, mainly because I was surprised by it and I did not click on follow attack. But we've made it back, so that's the main thing. Christophe has energy. I mean, I'm gonna guess that a lot of riders are in this situation right now. 4k to go, get some more attacks. Dylan Tuns, Nazen, Lampard, Pollitt, Colbrelli, Trentin, Vermeersch. I'm gonna guess with Van Aert is near my wheel there. There he is. Not exactly in my wheel, but not far from it. As Dylan Tuns goes yet again. 2.4k to go. Left-hander coming through. Sven-Erik Beström will not be able to launch Christophe very far, but he's gonna try his best. 1.2k. There goes Christophe. Tuns still leading away. There's a few corners, and because of that, he's gonna be able to take the win, which is a very big shame because we're gonna come home in P3. Could have been P2 had we followed Dylan Tuns. Viviani Christophe. We got the podium that the sponsor needed, but yet again, it's a disappointing performance from Christophe. This time, might be my fault. More classics up on us, and with the start of Gand-Wevelgem, the beginning of the Flanders treble. If the race does want to start, there we go. We'll have Gand-Wevelgem, we'll have the Ronde, we'll have Paris-Roubaix. If we're being genuine, this is probably the easiest race for me. Christophe with a +2. Again, very, very bad fitness peak for Alexander. Not a single day above a +2. On races that truly mattered, if you can have like a +5 on the Ronde van Vlaanderen, then maybe there'll be something to do here for the former rider from BMC. But quite a disappointing fitness peak if you compare the likes of Andrea Pasqualone that we've seen over in Spain. Quite successful campaign for the Italian actually. But yeah, it's not ideal. Gand-Wevelgem is quite easy. It's usually someone like a Sam Bennett that wins. Actually might even be here the leader of Bora. If we take a look at Boransgro, he's not there actually. They'll be sprinting for Danny Van Poppel most likely, or Martin Lass, but I don't think he'll be here, or at least I hope he isn't. But we have 79, actually we have 80 cobble and 78 in sprint for Alexander Christophe. If we are not in the final group with him, I will be thoroughly disappointed in the Norwegian. And this season maybe his only one with Intermarché. Puncture for Andriy Ponomar at the back of the group. I'm recording this in really the middle of the crisis between Russia and Ukraine. If there's any of you that are Ukrainian and watch my video, I know this isn't a lot, but you have my full support, and as we say, I stand with Ukraine. But yeah, I truly hope that you guys are safe. And hopefully I can provide entertainment. I know it's very little. I know it's probably useless, but I'll try my best. And if I can get a win for you, it'd be quite nice. We're done with all of the hills. We're done with all of the cobbles. It's now time to sprint. Just on the 5k to go, Aimé de Rent has done an unbelievable work at the front of the group for about 10 to 15 kilometers to really prevent anyone from attacking. Clément Venturini did try nonetheless, so did Gany Moscon, so did Gianni Vermeersch, so did also Wout van Aert, currently sitting in P2 here as we start the sprint with Baptiste Plancard. There goes Sven-Erik Beström. Christophe is very well placed. The question is, can he come back on Van Aert? Yes, he can. Can he hold on to the likes of Philipsen or Peter Sagan? He cannot. It's a Belgian win today. Jasper Philipsen, Peter Sagan, and Alexander Kristoff. Another P3 for the Norwegian. I'll take that one. I'll take that one. We've lost 2 pure sprinters. The one against Sagan kind of feels bad, but maybe if he had a decent day. But yeah, Philipsen, untouchable today, takes his first ever World Tour Classic. You know, I won't bother showing Nokere, Denan, Breda, Loire-Atlantique and Cholet. Races were quite uneventful, so I'll just show you the result. To the shock of no one, we did not win in Nokere course, despite having Kristoff. We couldn't sprint properly, it's P4 for Adrien Petit. Yet again, to the surprise of no one, we did not win the Grand Prix de Denan. That was Marco Hala. We finished P9 with Sven-Erik Beström. We did win the Bredene Kokscheide Classic. Tom de Vrient ahead of Adrien Petit. Classic Loire-Atlantique, and it's a great result from our team. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Sadly not first. And finally, it's P4 on the Grand Prix Cholet, yet again with Adrien Petit. And yet again, Kristoff having a stinker. Following the episode, we're still leading the World Tour and the Super Prestige, so our position in the World Tour is most likely going to be cemented comes the next season. And our results in today's episode are also quite decent. 2 podiums on Milan-San Remo, sadly not the position we wanted. Kristoff, consistent 3rd though on the races that mattered, I guess, San Remo, E3 and Grand-Velgem. A couple of wins for Pasqualon, 3 to be exact, a 2nd place for Lorenzo Rota. Obviously 2 wins, a win in the Bredeno that you didn't see, but I would classify that yet again a decent and successful episode. Next one, Dwars door Vlaanderen, Ronde van Vlaanderen, Itzulia, and maybe a few of those races in the background, you never know, but I don't think so. Maybe a bit of a shorter episode to get a nice break from having just way too many races. Nevertheless, I do hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you did, then please do leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, I want to see more of my content in the coming days or weeks, feel free to subscribe. If you did not like the video, then make sure to tell me in the comments as to why, and I'll try and improve. We're also nearing the transfers. I've got a lot of riders in my shortlist. Don't you worry, I'm seeing some of you making suggestions. I will take every single one of them into consideration, and we'll see that in about 2 months. But yeah, my name is Guillaume. Have an amazing day. See ya. Pass me the funk, get your funk on, girl.